Today will be an album review. I'll be reviewing some music. Just to expand my horizon, try something different. I know that I still have a long ways to go in terms of my critiques, but yeah, I think that me reviewing an album is good. As I said, it'll expand my horizon. Because anyone that knows me um, knows that three things really consume me: watching movies and watching wrestling, and listening to music. Today I will be reviewing the album The Gallows from the Kingston, well, primarily in Kingston, Ontario, and the Ottawa band Hangman's Graveyard, now called Lich Messiah. Now, Hangman's Graveyard, well, Lich Messiah, were a thrash metal band, and a really good friend of mine that I went to high school with, 2 years older than me, was a part of that band. I actually got to sit in at one of their rehearsals while they were going through some lineup changes, looking for a bass player. I tried out, but I simply couldn't do it because thrash metal is out of my realm. I mean, like I love to listen to thrash metal and everything, but yeah, actually playing it too hard for me. So yeah, today we'll be looking at their album The Gallows, which was released just last year, 2020. Now, the thing about The Gallows, I'll post the link to the album in the YouTube comment in the YouTube description section. The thing is that these guys aren't millionaires, okay? The best that they could, this is really the best that they could do, and frankly, I think that they pull it off pretty well. Of course, if they were millionaires, then they could do like one of those multi-million-dollar studios where everything, where to make everything sound totally perfect. But this has more of a raw, gritty feel to it, more of like almost an underground bit to it. And yeah, just a little bit of a heads up to anyone watching out there who is expecting like something like Metallica out there. This is really good stuff. So a couple of the songs on the album open up with spoken word, like archived footage of things, and I think that whenever it's necessary, that it works. And frankly, all the times that happens in this, it works. So the first song on the album is called "The Gallows," which like the name of the album. And when it opens, it doesn't open up with the spoken word. It just opens up with a large creaking door opening, and the whole feel of the song is very sinister, very suspenseful, kind of gothic a little bit, and it kind of goes up and down in terms of like it's super duper heavy, then it just quiets down. I thought that was actually a really smart move, like in terms of like I don't know, like the way that happened. I just really liked it. It's an instrumental, and yeah, it's a really good song. I really like it. The second one is Hangman's Graveyard, like the name of the band. I would call the song Hangman's Graveyard the best song by the best song on the album. It really gives me like an old school regular thrash sort of vibe to it. Yeah, I thought that it was a really good one. Tour of Duty, track number 3, is one that opens up with spoken word, lasts quite a bit. And it's a song about war and terrorism. Um, Now, I'll be honest, this is probably the worst song on the album. No disrespect or anything. I'm like, of course, I'm obviously not good, not as good as a musician to for myself to play those songs. But compare this song to the other ones on the album. This one comes up short, if I'm being honest. There's just simply so the other songs on this album are simply better, especially being followed by the best song on the album, Hangman's Graveyard, and a really good, excellent opening like the Gallows. Tour of Duty simply comes up short. Soldiers in the Sky is a pretty short song. It's now the difference is in this one. The singer Connor doesn't really growl, but it's almost like when you hear Destruction or Sepultura. It's a his voice is kind of like that in this. Um, it is a pretty decent tune. I wouldn't call this one really great. This one could just be a little bit of a preference sort of thing. I mean, like I do like Destruction and Sepultura, but like I couldn't listen to those bands for maybe just an album's worth of things. It isn't like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest where I could listen to them all day, or like Anthrax where I could listen to them all day long. Soldiers in the Sky, it's a decent song. Yeah. Prophecy, in brackets the end, is the longest song on the album, and I would call this one the second best on the album. Hangman's Graveyard is the best. Prophecy, This Is the End is the second best. Um, yeah, it's 6 minutes, and I don't think that that really matters. I think that as long as the song is great, then the more the merrier. Bringing the Fight is it's more like a hardcore, but it does have like a little bit of that punk hardcore feel to it, which I thought was kind of good. But it is a bonus track, and if you like hardcore and heavy punk stuff, then definitely listen to Bringing the Fight. I think it's pretty good. Faith is um, Faith isn't too bad. Um, like the way that Connor bursts out saying Faith in the chorus. I thought it was pretty unique, but yeah, I guess it all just depends on your preference. It's decent. It's not too bad. The Witching Hour is it's also one the one that's decent. Um, yeah, I'll definitely give The Witching Hour a solid thumbs up. Um, yeah, the thing with Witching Hour is it doesn't really knock me out really far, but I still but you know I'll still pop it in like on YouTube to listen to it every now and again. It's good. I like it. Warpath is one of the shorter songs on the album, and again, solid effort. I thought that it was a pretty good tune. I like it. So after a little bit of a slew of decent songs that were good, but I wasn't really like, oh my god, with. Finally comes the worthy finale to the album. Slave to the System is it's not quite as good as Hangman's Great as the first two songs. But it's still the perfect way to close out the album. Yeah, Slave to the System is it is a really good, perfect way to end the album. So, my overall thoughts on everything. Aside from those couple of songs that I thought were just decent and didn't blow me away, there's just a couple of them, and that's totally fine. Almost every band and every artist have released albums where where there are songs that aren't really like, oh my god, like a perfect album front to back. Like of course, every album has released some of those albums, but every band, but okay, you look at Anthrax. How many albums of theirs are so perfect front to back that you will listen to every single song from start to finish without skipping any of them, volume up, full blast? Just a couple, right? Every other thing that Anthrax has done, they have there are a couple of songs where you can just where you can skip or whatever, and that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, don't be offended by me saying that the songs that were just decent or were likable and nothing like oh my god or whatever. That's fine. There were some songs on this album that really were oh my god, like the Gallows, for instance. Great opening. I thought the Gallows was perfect. Whenever an album opens up with an instrumental like this one, it just goes everywhere. Like you get so much feel of the Gallows in general, and Hangman's Graveyard, perfect. When Black Sabbath has like their song Black Sabbath, it's a perfect song. With the same name as the band, and I think Hangman's Graveyard is the same way. Now, could this album have been better if they paid like $1 million for one of those recording things? Probably not. I think that the way that this album is right here, right now, is good enough. It's really good. Having that underground feel to it was perfect. Having that imperfect feel to it was perfect. I really like that. When you listen to Connor's voice, it sounds kind of like Exodus and Overkill. When I sat in on their rehearsal, I thought that actually being in person, they did sound like Overkill, and I thought that was totally great because I love Overkill. And you got Shane's lead guitar playing, which I always look forward to. I always love listening to it. So, yep, Hangman's Graveyard is now Lich Messiah. Definitely a great album. Well, the Gallows, definitely a mighty fine album. Do recommend listening to it when this review is finished. Listen to the album, and I hope that everyone has a great day, a great time listening to it. 3.5 stars out of 4.